This is Bethesda North Hospital, where I was born on July 11th, 1995. My mom and dad rushed to the hospital at 3 a.m. that morning, and I was born at 12:51 p.m. that day. It was a long day for my mom, and she was relieved to finally have me here. I'm named after my dad, whose name is also John. We lived in Mount Lookout on Salisbury Drive. It was a lovely street with lots of kids to play with and parks nearby. I went to preschool nearby at St. Ursula Villa. My favorite things as a toddler were SpongeBob SquarePants, sweet potatoes, and playing outside. My mom and dad are both from North Carolina, so most of all of my relatives and cousins live there too. We visit them every summer and most holidays too. We spent a lot of time at the beach in the mountains as I was growing up. My favorite vacations when I was young have always been at the coast. I love the ocean, riding the waves, the sea breeze, sand, and hot sun. My grandpa lives in New York City, so I've spent a lot of time up there too. The summer before I was going to enter kindergarten, we moved to the Indian Hill School District, and my parents bought a house on Sturbridge Drive in Kenwood Township. At this young age, I started playing sports. I loved basketball, baseball, football, and lacrosse. Since I'm an only child, my dad spent a lot of time playing catching, playing one-on-one, and throwing ball with me. As a junior this year, I am a member of the IH lacrosse team. We will have a great season. My parents really wanted to have pets as part of our family. We bought a Chesapeake Bay Retriever, only to find out a few weeks later that I'm allergic to dogs. Unfortunately, we had to give him away. About 3 years later, a cat adopted us, and we were happy to have him become a part of our family. His name was Mittens. A year later, we decided to get a golden doodle. His name is Chewy. He's big, lovable, and has a lot of personality. My parents love to travel and see the USA and other places. When I was 2, we went to England with my dad on a business trip. The sad part about this is that I don't remember it. We have taken some vacations more recently that have been great. Seeing the Grand Canyon was amazing, as well as Yosemite National Park and the coast of California. Traveling to different parts of the USA is amazing. This summer we have a trip planned to Europe, and I'm excited to experience other cultures and see sites thousands of years old. Next year, I will be a senior and will be going on college visits and deciding where I will be going to college. Right now, I would like to major in chemistry, bioengineering, or forensics. I believe any one of these would be a great career. Hello, I would like to introduce my mother, Laurel Edwards. Mom, could you tell us a little about my life when I was younger?
Yes, I'd be happy to. John's father and I were living in Mount Lookout, having moved here from North Carolina about 7 years earlier. And John was born on a hot, hot day in July. It was July 11th, 1995. It was one of the hottest summers I could ever remember in Cincinnati. John was a happy little boy. He always wanted to play outside, and we had lots of young children in our neighborhood. All of our relatives lived down south, so when John was very young, we started taking that 8-hour road trip down south as often as we could, visiting family and cousins and relatives, and we'd go to the mountains and the beach just as often as we could. So John spent a lot of time in the mountains of North Carolina and on the seashore of North Carolina. John loved to play sports, and he played football, baseball, basketball, and lacrosse. So he just had a lot of fun, and we just enjoyed every minute